Hello, my Tangle Buddies and Art Buddies. Thank you for joining me for this session of TangleInSync. I'm so grateful to have your message and comments that you guys have been asking about me. How is the situation in India? So, yeah, presently as a country, we are facing some difficulties and we are trying to make the vaccines available now for everyone from the age of 18 to the senior citizens, but it's all gonna take time and it's gonna take a while to come through. And till then, we all have to be safe. So that's what. And if you guys are like particularly asking about me, my husband, and my family, we are all very fine. We are all at home, taking care of ourselves and increasing our immunity boost by drinking turmeric milk and also taking a lot of vitamin C and yeah, so that has been going on till now. So today I'm just creating my own old Zentile. The Zentile that you see on the left side is actually the one that I did in 2017, 9th of January. So the style is a bit special to me, the one that I'm doing as well as the one that I chose. So I'm just recreating my old artwork, and the speciality of this Zentile is that on 9th of January 2015, I started officially, into the Zentangle art, learning the Zentangle method through my mentor. And I just wanted to celebrate a 1 year anniversary. And so again, in 9th of January 2017, I created a Tangle. That was just released, WAYBOP, and today I'm just recreating the same Tangle again. So as you see, I'm adding all the seeds. So till now, and all the seeds are in generally in even numbers. I try to keep it like that way, so I get these kind of nice petal like shape, and just go along, follow the process. The stangle is a bit curvy and a bit different in nature, and I always like to take a bit of pause in between as I go about with this tangling. So, ah, so you see that I actually committed a mistake, and so every other this seed I pick up and I draw a C shape going towards the inside, and I'm not going to worry about that mistake presently. I'm just going to leave it like that, because that's something that's a gift from Zentangle, that we don't worry about any of the mistakes. Maybe with time, once we complete the tangling, we'll come with our own solution or some design, some idea. Maybe, I don't know. So that's how I think. So now I'm creating an aura, like a second line over that curvy shape. So you can see my speed is very slow, and that gives you a lot of time to rethink, just one stroke at a time. Relax, take a breath. You don't have to jump into another line again. Just have to take a bit break. So now I'm thinking if I can cover some mistake. So I extracted that line, and again I went with the inner aura. So once I completed the outer aura, I'll start with the inner. When I started with this Zentangle art, I was feeling very apprehensive if my lines will go well or not. Now, after 5 years, I'm all filled with uh, gratitude for the time taking for my to create an art, and especially grateful in these pandemic times, uh, the lockdown times when we can't think and do anything else, and just be grateful. So you can say that I'm anchoring all my love, gratitude, peace. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit hard when I listen to Demis's recently in last 2 weeks. Three of my friends in acquaintance with art and other ways, they lost their husband, and it was very painful to listen. I'm sorry. That actually a bit tingled me inside. No wonder I was grateful for having my husband with me and for taking care of us, taking care of himself. You know, he would always make me cautious about not going out, or you know, he's the one. He's the one who will care more about himself and all others around. I am a bit careless. I may forget to take a mask. Of course, in the last moment I will remember, but then it'll take a bit time and just remind me of, you know, carrying the mask, or maybe even carrying an extra mask in my handbag if we have to go out. Uh, so yeah, I often used to get irritated. Now when I'm thinking, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for having him around. I'm really sad for someone who has lost their best friend, a moral support, a father to their daughter and kids, son, a parent who has lost his son. I don't know how they are keeping up, how they are managing themselves. But in all these circumstances, I kind of feel that as humanity, we are coming closer. We are thinking and praying for each other. We want everybody's good health, and also that we contribute in taking care of our Mother Earth. We definitely don't want leaders anymore who are hurting the earth and who are hurting the environment, because this is just the beginning. The way we are making use of every resource for our selfish needs, uh, to meet our ego, to build up our ego, it's not going to help at all. So we should definitely not have leaders like that in future. That's the way we'll survive. So my focus is that def- I create my daughter in such a way, I build her up in such a way that she uses the renewable sources. She comes up with new ideas how to use renewable resources and save the environment. So I try to keep telling her about that no other studies, no other education is going to help her out if she is going to make use of sun, water, earth, materials, iron, oil, everything as we are doing it. Hope we leave a good mark for the future. So now I'm just taking a bit time and filling up with the little, anything that's coming up in my mind. So I have used Tangle uh, Knightsbridge here. So I'm sorry if the video quality is not so good. I have an issue with my phone presently. I can't change it. I am recording it, all these classes from my phone, and so yeah, for some, I think about 5 or 6 videos, it's going to be a bit overexposed. But though I'm trying my best to work on the quality, I'm tweaking a bit and trying to show that the quality comes better. I really can't show so well. Especially, I'm not too happy with the shading part because it's not really seen. That beautiful shading is just throwing up because of overexposure of light. And yeah, as I said, my phone is wrong and I can't tweak it. So after adding few places of Knightsbridge, so I went ahead and started adding poke root tangle. Just trying to fit in anywhere inside. So I'll be completing this whole inside piece with poke root now. So here I start auraing, as you see, to all those necklace-like shape. I call it that way because I love creating WAYBOP in a very ornamental way. So that's my present style. So I very delicate lines. I try to as closely as possible create the inner aura, the inner line. And I started a stroke from the middle and then thicken up at the ends. So I create a V-like shape and then just ink it. So now I start with an inner aura of the sides that has not been tangled, and I see it as a tangle hugging, so I create uh, something like triangles on both the sides. Maybe you can just fill it completely with ink, or uh, create orbs or lines, plain lines, even that could do. So I'm just creating two lines, one after the other, to create my SHATTUCK. And first I'll just point it from inside to outside till that pencil line is shown, and slightly bend it in the outside. So now I'm just dividing that space. You don't have to be so symmetrical, but generally I just enjoy creating the corners and then the centers. Uh, to me, they look a little bit of symmetrical, if not really. And then again, I divide that part, one part into half, two halves. Tangle Shattuck is a very beautiful tangle. Uh, it's easy, it fills in any space that you have. And I start creating auras or lines from the larger to the smaller. And that's the way I like, but you can start from the inner to the outward, and you'll keep seeing me changing the Zentile position as I fill it in. Okay, here I became a bit aware um, that I had slipped my Zentile almost to the corner so that you find it difficult to see. Mm. Once you are into that zone, it's very hard to even remember that you're recording it. So I just keep creating SHATTUCK. I try to see that the centers meet. As you can see that I created these two rows, the left and the right, and so I just saw maybe an opportunity to trying to meet the lines, but I'm not really thinking about it because when you see it, you may feel that it's all like joined and met. So, so I'm going to take a bit time and complete this part fully all over all the four sides. And to save our time, I'll just yes. So I have almost completed the whole tile with shutter, the outside, and now I'll start adding some pencil shading. I start with adding pencil shading to the hollywood angle. I just try to add graphite as close to the line. And now I tangle on the other side as well. So I'm using my stamps, Tortillon, and just smoothening that little bit of graphite, just taking care that it doesn't, the graphite doesn't move to the polymer. I want that bit of white space in there. It's because of the wrong setting of lighting. I'm not able to show that beautiful graphite flowing, but you can see the end child result, and that is beautiful. So I'm doing a little cheat, taking out my kneading eraser and just erasing off a little bit of graphite that came onto the polymer. So now I add slight bit of graphite onto the pointed V-like shape. I'm putting some graphite onto the rings. So I'm enjoying a little bit of shading on the outside. As you can see, I'm having a lot of fun smoothing this graphite. some little bit of adding the graphite on this one side of the shutter. So now I'm using my 08 pen. I forgot to show you, and just outlining it. We can say that I'm thickening the line, uh, just the outer one. And then I went ahead and added that little bit of 08 pen over the holly bar, because I felt it got really too merged into the other within the other tangles. If you don't have 08 pen, you can do it very much with just one pen, 01 or 03, whichever you are using. And I'm just sharpening those V points. After this beautiful piece is done, I just try to add uh, my signature and remind myself of all the tangles that we included on this little piece. So it's really fun. I used to not do that, but now that I am doing it, I'm writing the tangle names. It's making me easier. It's making things easier for me to remember what tangles I included on the Zentile. So I really want to say that if you're really looking forward to just improve your artwork and to see from where you came, just tangle the same old art that you have. Today you can draw along with me on this style, or else you can choose your own Zentile and your old artwork and just try to recreate it. We really love the way that you have grown up and the way you have approached creating this art. I loved mine, definitely. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you in next session. Bye.